What's up, guys? Welcome back to Movie Schmovie podcast.
Movie Schmovie.
Been a minute.
It has
Been more than a minute. It's probably been whatever. How many minutes are in an hour in a day or in 2 weeks? It's been that long.
Times
There's a lot of
7.
math to do on the spot, and we didn't prepare that beforehand.
For that.
It's a lot of minutes, so we apologize for that.
Sorry,
but we're back at it with episode number 36.
Back at it, 36.
No special number for 36 that I can think of. I mean, is there like some really cool sports figure maybe?
No.
36.
No, I'm trying to think. 36.
Why don't we just say this? Why does not this podcast make 36 the special number?
Oh, the great 36.
Yeah.
This is
years from now they'll say 36. What was that? Oh, that was the episode number of Movie Schmovie where
Blue Steel.
That was where we flexed our blue steel.
It's our blue steel.
Oh man! All right, that's happening right now.
Right.
Anyway, welcome. It's great to be back. Sorry, guys, again for kind of stepping out for a moment. Life gets in the way sometimes.
It does.
And we just don't see movies sometimes,
And
so that makes it a little hard.
Don't judge us because we're back.
Yeah, we're gonna be going around a lot of stuff today. I don't want to say it's another one of those catch-all episodes, but we'd like to be able to do this from time to time where we don't have like the formal. Oh, this is the one big movie we saw in theaters.
Right.
And these are the 2 DVDs that we saw. Sometimes we just kind of we see a bunch of movies and we want to just talk about a lot.
Exactly.
So we have the freedom to do that because this is our podcast.
It's nothing wrong with that.
And we're going to do that.
It's nothing wrong with something being sloppy and unfocused, like a drunk best man at a wedding. Giving a speech.
Who do you remember from a wedding?
You remember him.
You remember that guy.
I love you both.
And he talks about all the prior relationships he had and just get awkward.
Exactly.
That's what this episode will be. That's why episode 36 is going to be special.
Right. Exactly.
Well, basically, just to kind of give a little bit of a rundown of what we're going to do, we're going to be talking about a lot of new trailers came out online this week. Some big movies for the summer, even for the fall, winter season, hit the web this week. Even next year.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about some of those. We're going to be talking about the film The Dictator, which is the new Sacha Baron Cohen film in theaters now. And we're also going to touch on a couple other movies that we just saw kind of over the passing of the last few weeks, including a British film called Hysteria and Johnny Depp and Tim Burton's new film Dark Shadows.
Right.
So to kind of jump into it right now, we're going to kind of just go right at it and talk about some of these trailers because it was a big week.
Oh, yeah.
In the world of movie trailers. So
huge.
what do you want to drop first, Ronald?
The Great Gatsby.
Wow.
Great Gatsby. I'm just going to drop that right now.
Wow. You just came out of the gate.
Yeah, I feel like this one was kind of it was kind of out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't hear anything about it coming soon, or I knew that the movie was coming out, but I didn't know that the trailer was coming out. And Baz Luhrmann hitting us with some amazing, amazing footage of this movie. Very stylized. Leonardo DiCaprio leading this movie, along with Carey Mulligan and Tobey Maguire. And it looks incredible, frame for frame. Like every part of this trailer was intentionally beautiful, intentionally action-packed, and I can't wait to see it.
It's just like we were talking about it before we recorded, and it was... films like Romeo and Juliet and Moulin Rouge and even Australia, like I wasn't a huge fan of Australia,
right.
But just to kind of give you the scope of what this guy takes a bite out of and what he tries to chew. Like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But obviously a film with, this kind of caliber of a cast, like Leonardo DiCaprio, I feel like, in my opinion, this guy has like become the man in the past 4 or 5 years. I feel like everything he does, I haven't seen J. Edgar, admittedly. I heard mixed negative things, more so about the film than his performance.
Right.
But, I just think he's incredible. And for him to be working with Baz Luhrmann again, Romeo and Juliet is... It's probably one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
it's top, I don't know, whatever, top 25, top 30. Incredible, incredible film. And I think just to be able to work with talent like Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, Tobey Maguire, and the scope of what, to take on F. Scott Fitzgerald's, I mean, some might say one of the top novels of all time. It's huge, man. I mean, everybody or most people have read The Great Gatsby. Most people at least like it, if not love it.
Right.
And for it to be, coming to cinemas around the holidays, you're talking a movie that's going to definitely be Oscar caliber material for all involved. Direction, picture, all acting elements. Costume. If you look at the trailer, like you were saying. using Jay-Z's song for the background music for the trailer. That's just how Baz Luhrmann rolls.
Yeah,
you look at a movie like Moulin Rouge, how he mixed in, Elton John songs and Nirvana songs and all these songs that you were like, what? This is weird. Right. But then you watch his trailer, you're like, this guy knows how to make that work.
He does.
And the trailer's incredible. And, I think, looking online, all of our friends and, people posting about it, a lot of positive feedback for this one.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So I guess next is Skyfall.
Skyfall. This is more of a teaser.
Yeah, more of a teaser.
Yes. The teaser trailer came out for Skyfall, the next series, the next Bond film, being directed by Sam Mendes, which I think is awesome. I think
so too.
Different kind of director. Guy probably more so known for dramatic takes on films. I think, with the exception of a handful of movies that he's worked on, kind of jumping into a Bond film is a little bit different for him, but I think it's pretty slick. I love Daniel Craig as James Bond. I hear a lot of mixed things about it, and to see him in another Bond film, the 23rd in the series, I think it's just I know that there was a lot of delay because of everything happening with MGM and all that shit they went through.
Yeah,
but to see it finally happening. Daniel Craig just has that. He's raw. Like, I feel like he's like the raw, dirty, messy Bond.
Yeah, this is the Bond that you actually think could beat you up. Before, the other ones were smooth and great. They could karate chop somebody that wasn't looking.
Yeah.
He would walk up to a group of people and start fist fighting them, almost like Jason Statham. He's like the Jason Statham of Bonds.
That's great. That's a great comparison. It really
is. It's a good thing in this case. Like, he's a rugged guy, and I think that when I see him as Bond, kind of like, he's a big guy walking around.
Dude, he's badass, dude.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I like beyond just his involvement. Obviously, Javier Bardem is as the antagonist.
He's incredible.
He's going to be the main villain.
Right.
Judi Dench is back. Ralph Fiennes is involved. Albert Finney's back. Just so many amazing. Who's the Naomi Harris?
Yeah, Naomi Harris, girls. British lady.
It just looks great. The trailer is really slick. It's like, very quick cuts, simple, short word. It's like word association. They're interrogating him. When we say this word, what do you think of? And, Skyfall. And what does he say? It's like completed or finished or whatever, or done. It's just slick, man. I think it's really exciting to see a guy, guy behind American Beauty and Road to Perdition, Jarhead, even like Revolutionary Road. It kind of shows you like a lot of it's a little bit heavier material, and to see him take on like an action franchise,
it's gonna be a lot more heady.
Bond.
It's gonna be a lot more heady than any other Bond.
I'm fine with that.
I could tell, and it's a good thing. I like the idea of kind of. It looks like they're gonna do a lot of dissecting who he is as a person.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that. I like to see things fall apart and seeing how people react to him. I especially characters like Bond. So
right,
it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be good stuff. It comes out in the fall. I'm gonna throw another one out. We just saw this week the Anchorman 2 teasers.
Oh yeah,
popped up. There's an international one online as well as the domestic one. They're pretty much the same. There's a couple different. You can tell they just kind of hung out and did a little bit of like ad libbing, like let's put this and that and this and that.
Right.
But pretty funny stuff. If you like Anchorman, if you like that kind of humor, that dry delivery, makes no sense at all to some people. If you just walked in on it, you're like, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah.
It's there. If you like Anchorman, it's there. Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, David Koechner is in the trailer, and they're kind of just standing in front of like a a backlit, what do you call those? Like the big letters that are all lit up behind them, like a stage.
Yeah, like the old school promotional sort of videos for basically anchors like that. Anchors were superstars back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's pretty neat the way they're doing.
And there were none bigger than Ron Burgundy.
none bigger than Ron.
Let's be honest. But it's really cool to see. Like, I feel like this is all happening very fast. From when Will Ferrell like announced it on Conan,
right?
There was tons of like background noise about it, but when he officially announced it, to a poster coming out, to everybody, all these people being signed on, to a teaser coming out, like it's really happening fast. And I think you have to kind of be aggressive now. Like, this is an aggressive sort of thing. Like, he's hitting the ground running, and I love it that it's happening that way. It's coming out next year.
Right.
This movie's gonna be out probably sometime next summer or something like that.
Right.
It's crazy, but good stuff. Paul Rudd and Steve Carell. They are. I think, just as funny as Ron Burgundy in the films.
Yeah,
in a smaller dose, definitely. Obviously.
I agree.
But yeah, Anchorman 2. I don't know, man. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, definitely. I need to see more Will Ferrell. I feel like there's been a shortage of him in films lately.
But I think that's good, though. Because
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people and friends, close friends of mine that liked that comedy, saying at that point, like when there was all those Will Ferrell's movies, Semi-Pro, Blades of Glory, Kicking and Screaming, all these movies are coming out. It was like every sport you could think of, and that Will Ferrell humor just spread out throughout them. It got saturated, it got worn thin, and you've seen him popping up in little things, like he was in the Casa de Ma Padre.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Me either.
It came and went. Heard it was funny. He had a small role and he's bounding down. He's been popping up in random things here and there. I think that's smart. I think that's intentional, and I think it's because they're aware that, maybe it was a little too much at that point. And, I think it's cool that he's also done some smaller films, like Everything Must Go, and a couple other smaller indie films that weren't just like the straight up Will Ferrell craziness that you expect from Anchorman. So when it comes back out, I think it'll be a welcome return.
Yeah, definitely.
And when more material comes out, you're going to see that like heavily laced throughout that stuff.
Pacing it out pretty well, I think. I think I'm glad that it's happening this way because I was feeling. You're right.
Cool.
Kind of oversaturated.
You got any other trailers you want to throw out there? I think pretty much. Speederman.
I'm not like
I haven't even heard of this. You just threw a curveball.
The Amazing Speederman.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about with the Garfield kid.
The Garfield kid?
Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Speederman.
He had a little list going on. I didn't really hear. I couldn't hear it all the way.
Speederman.
I've said it before on the other episodes. Like, I'm excited for The Amazing Spider-Man. I know you give me this look where if you could see the look Ron just gave me,
just glazed
you'd want to like hug me because you'd assume that he's going to beat me up or something.
Immediate boredom is whenever it comes up. But
I don't know. I just think it's going to be good. I think the director I'm a fan of, and I like Andrew Garfield. I love Emma Stone.
You know what it is?
I hope it's just different. That's their thing. They have to make it different, because if they don't, people are going to walk out of the theater like, this is exactly what I thought it would be, and that's just basically a movie that came out less than 10 years ago.
I think I figured out what it is. Him and Andrew Garfield in Social Network. That's the last movie I saw, man. Right. He was kind of bitching the whole movie. He seemed
you'd be bitching too if you shit got stolen off one year.
Oh man, I just hope his acting isn't like that in the new one. He was good. He conveyed what this character from Facebook was going through, but man, I can't get over how whiny and bitchy he was, and I'm hoping that this movie shows some strength in his acting. And I don't know, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for Andrew Garfield, so I want to see it.
I don't know. I think it looks solid.
Super excited about
Ever since the Avengers blew up, there's been no shortage of just bombs of Spider-Man stuff dropping every day online.
I'm wondering because this is kind of sort of related to it. All the Marvel movies. So they said they signed Mark Ruffalo up for 6 more movies. Where they're gonna weave him in? Where they gonna weave him in and out of these new movies? Is it gonna be Iron Man? Is it gonna be Spider-Man? Like, what are they gonna put him in? Like, I know there's probably gonna be some surprises during Amazing Spider-Man. I wonder if they're gonna include some of those characters in it. Are they gonna weave them out in and out of?
Honestly, I'd be surprised if they did. I mean, at least with this one, I mean, just because, I don't know. I mean, it'd be smart too. It'd be surprising, but it'd be cool to see what they do with it. I don't know. I just think that they have their work cut out for them in terms of just making it different. I mean, if they just retread a lot of that same story that Tobey Maguire brought, with Sam Raimi, people are going to not be happy about that. Even if it's entertaining, it's not going to get the word of mouth it needs. A lot of the stuff that's been popping up online, a lot of these viral videos with, the Lizard and Reese Ifans, like, the character he plays in the film. It's cool, but it feels to me a little bit desperate. Like, they know they need to do something to build more buzz for it because people are a little hesitant.
They shouldn't have made it. That's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess they're trying to reinvent this franchise, but I don't know. Is it worth it?
Right.
I hope it is. These are questions that I'm just posing.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it comes out soon enough, so we'll know for sure in the next couple months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are a couple of trailers. We're going to start doing that again on the podcast. Like, I feel like trailers are what everybody just waits anxiously for online. So we'll try to drop them into the episodes a little more frequently. And obviously, we'll always be posting links to them on the website, on the movieshmovie.net page. Right. So if you didn't see it yet, you can always go over there and check them out, or just go to Apple Trailers and watch them in a nice high quality.
Yeah.
Moving on to the film that we're going to be talking about for the majority of the episode, and that's going to be The Dictator.
Right.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Directed by Larry Charles. Same guy that did his other mockumentaries, Borat and Bruno. I'm going to just, right now at the beginning of this, before we get too far into what we thought about this movie and what it says about whatever it had to say about, I genuinely think as much shock value as he has and polarizing, reactions that he gets, I think he is a genius.
I think
Sacha Baron Cohen is a effing genius. Like, I censored myself there because I did not need to say the F word in that sentence, but I felt it as I was saying it.
Right.
I don't know, man. Like, I loved him on the Ali G show. I think he's, was kind of brewing at that point with Borat, just like blew onto the scene, and Borat was like massive. Didn't really like Bruno, obviously taking another character from that show, and, it's like strike while the kettle's hot and let's make another movie, and I didn't think it was that good, but I think Sacha Baron, I think he's hilarious.
I think he's hilarious, and a lot of social commentary. Like, I think that
he's so smart.
He's a smart guy. Yeah. I think that he what he does is he uses, kind of parodying and lampooning society to kind of point the finger at ourselves sometimes, to see some of the weird things that we do as Americans, as some Europeans do. And he holds no punches. He makes fun of every culture just so we can see how ridiculous we can be about certain things. I thought that Bruno was extreme, but there was some real cool messages about how we treat gay culture, and I thought it was cool. Like, I think that he's constantly finding really neat ways to kind of bring, like,
I think he has a true talent for, like, whether or not you believe any of the things that he's, basically making a satire of, like, no judgment, I guess, at this point, because I don't know you personally, but, I think his true genius is, like, he finds a way to get you to laugh at something that anybody else you're the person we're laughing at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a really great scene in this movie where he's basically, giving a speech about dictatorship.
Oh, yes.
And about democracy. And it's probably one of the best pieces, I guess, of political satire, I don't know, in the 2 minutes that it is in this film. It's genius.
It is.
And, you're laughing at it, but you're laughing at it because it's funny in the character and how the character acts. But then you're also laughing at it because it's so true.
Yeah.
It is so true.
It's very true.
And the reactions of the citizens in the movie, of America, it's just ridiculous.
It is.
And that's like the same thing he did in Borat and in Bruno. It's like, it's that awkward moment where, like, he's saying something that sounds ridiculous and you're laughing at it because of how ridiculous he looks and sounds as he's saying it, but then you're like, holy shit, like, it's totally true.
It's very true. Very true. I thought it was cool. I mean, I guess the underlying issue, you kind of probably noticed it from the trailer and all that stuff, is the idea that we basically demonize anybody that isn't pro-America. And just because they aren't pro-America doesn't mean they hate America, doesn't mean they're trying to destroy the country. And the fact that other countries want to arm themselves in case of war, we find a problem with that. And this guy's pretty much demonized for that. So it's cool. It's a cool little spin on the leaders that we've seen in other countries and how we've demonized them, basically.
Right.
He is the ultimate asshole. He has terrible things to say about people, but at the heart of it it's really a matter of perception, I guess. So.
Yeah, basically, just a little background, just because we kind of glaze over it a little bit, is he basically plays the dictator Aladdin, who comes over to America to, I guess, for like a UN meeting in New York, and basically gets taken hostage by a rogue, security agent, shaves his beard off, and he's basically thrown into live the life of, a typical U.S. citizen, while his assistants have, like, basically a double, take his place, and they're pulling the strings on this guy, to get their motivations satisfied, or that's a horrible description. I apologize for that, but you get that from the trailer. You can tell he's a horrible guy. He, like, runs the country. the way he wants to run it. There's no democracy. It's a dictatorship in every sense of the word. And he comes over here and immediately is overthrown and minimized to a mere U.S. citizen who is a foreign U.S. citizen who, basically he sees the brunt of all of the U.S.'s, a lot of our political, biases and, even social things. It's hilarious, man. I was a fan.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think what I was telling Steve earlier was I think it's probably one of the cleanest scripts. I just mean in terms of just story, humor. It felt a lot more organized. Bruno felt very all over the place. Like it's almost like an unpolished documentary. That's what the way.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
And this one was more of a comedy. It was really a.
Well, you basically have comedy. Films like Ali G, which is very episodic, obviously, because it's a talk show kind of structure, and even Borat. Same thing. He's filming something. Bruno filming. Like he works in that thing where there's like a camera watching him, and it's like a. Episodic and it's very patchworky. Where this is, you're right. This is like a comedy. There's a plot. There's an idea that his comedy, his satire, his style works into through a character, that he plays. And there's a couple other characters in the film that he, is able to, exercise these ideas through. John C. Reilly's in the film, Anna Faris in the film, Jason Mantzoukas is in the film from The League. Who's hilarious in this film and in The League and pretty much anything he does.
Yeah.
But just a lot of really great solid humor, a lot of pearls in this movie. Like, a guy who, is pleased by women day in and day out to be denied by a woman and instructed how to masturbate. Like that scene is hilarious.
It is.
And he's doing this with, with like one of those montages of an eagle flying and dolphins jumping through the air. Like the ultimate American rite of passage is learning how to masturbate or something. It's
so
just
funny.
it's great because a woman's walking him through it through a door.
Right.
It's just hilarious. Meanwhile, his double is at the embassy, like being pleasured by a harem of beautiful women and knows not what to do with himself. It's things like that. I mean, the movie is really fast. Like it's 83 minutes. I had no idea it was that short. But it moves so quick that you don't even have a minute to think whether or not you think what he's saying is right or wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, in my opinion. You're just along for a ride, and whether you find his humor effective and funny, that before you go into this movie. If you like Sacha Baron Cohen, you will like this movie, in my opinion. If you like Borat, Bruno, Ali G, even little things he's popped up in here and there, Talladega Nights he had a small role in. Yeah. Even in like Hugo he had a small role. I think he's a genius.
I think he is too.
I mean, his delivery, his timing, even like subtle things like where he doesn't agree, like as the dictator, as Aladdin, like scenes where they're saying like he changed the meaning of the word positive and negative. And both words are Aladdin.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where a guy's getting tested for HIV and the doctor's like, do you want the Aladdin news or the Aladdin news? And he I'll take the Aladdin news. Like, well, your test came back Aladdin. And the guy's face, he goes through like a roller coaster of a smile to a frown because he doesn't know how to take it. And it's that ridiculousness that a dictator
really
would change a meaning of a word to his own name.
It's pretty incredible.
But it's true.
Yeah.
It's so fucking true. Like there's people out there, dictators that do crazy shit like that.
Yeah, and another cool thing about it is, on top of him being a terrible person, a bad person, because he suffers so much, the balance of some of the racist things he says, some of the biased things that he says, it works out because he's suffering at the same time as he's saying these awful things. So there's a really good balance. You're kind of cringing and laughing at some of the things that he's saying, but also his life is in danger. He could die. He's kind of doing these things, kind of getting his bearings through what he knows best, and that's kind of insulting people and feeling like he's superior. So he's grabbing these little opportunities that he gets. Every opportunity that he gets, he's insulting someone, saying something ridiculous, doing something ridiculous. It's a pretty cool movie.
Well, at the heart of it all, which is like, I think is another, I mean, the word ridiculous is being thrown all over the place, and I apologize, but is the idea that this is a dictator who's given his life to prevent democracy from coming to this country. And the people that are trying to overthrow him, the people that hire the hitman, his uncle, who is like his assistant, or that hire the hitman when he gets to New York City, who's played by John C. Reilly, to kidnap him, to allow them to plant the double, is mainly to bring democracy to this country so that they can open their oil fields to big business.
Right.
You know, which is horrible. Like that is twofold.
It's essentially what we do.
Exactly.
Which is incredible.
Right. The fact that he's being overthrown, this guy that's dedicated his life to a dictatorship, he's being overthrown by his uncle to bring the American democracy. It's genius. Dude, it's hilarious.
It is really good.
When in the end, he kind of like is bringing democracy in his own little way, but not really. You know, it's just... It's aces, man. And Anna Farris, who I think is really fun. She actually was probably the weakest link in the movie for me. Like, she looked weird as shit in this movie. She looked very weird. She looked horrible. I think she's really pretty, but I don't know.
I think that was intentional. That was the whole, like, hipster...
Is that what it was?
Positive.
Like, she's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, she, like, didn't like to wear makeup. She didn't like to dress up. She liked to, you know, didn't shave her underarms. Pubes weren't shaved. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, she was very positive, green...
Yeah, it's like activist, alternative
feminist,
life. Yeah,
which I thought was.
I don't know. I just found her funny in most cases. I didn't think she was very funny in this. At times, maybe, like more as a way, more so in the ways that she plays off of.
Right.
Cohen's.
She played the straight man to his craziness. Yeah. That which was just different for her.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would say on our terms of yes, no, maybe so. I would say yes.
Yes, absolutely.
To the Dictator. I love Borat, but it's just below it, in terms of my love for his comedies. So I would check it out while it's in theaters still. Again, The Dictator's in theaters now. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna just kind of run through a couple movies. Like I know that these are films that you haven't seen yet, Ronald, but movies that are available now in theaters now. One's a mainstream release, one's an independent film. I'll just start with the mainstream release pretty quickly, and I mean that's gonna be Tim Burton's Dark Shadows. I was saying earlier that like I had this thing recently where if I don't see movies in the week that they come out or the week 2 weeks following, especially if there's a lot of buzz, I hear mixed reactions, negative reactions. It sets me up for so much success with these films that it's like maybe I should start doing this more.
Right.
Maybe our podcast should be a week or two delayed. I don't know. I had to pose that to you off the record, but seeing Dark Shadows recently after it being out for a week or two and hearing those mixed reactions. It allowed me to like this movie. I feel like truly knowing my taste and my expectation levels, if I had seen it in opening week, not even that I had a lot of expectations for it. I'm not a huge fan of Johnny Depp. I like him, don't love him. I like Tim Burton though. And I was like, okay, Tim Burton, I'll usually give anything he does a chance, even if it's a production thing that he does, like producing. Like he has Abraham Lincoln Vampire Killer coming out, which he produced, and I'm definitely excited to see. But I mean, I don't know, something about Dark Shadows didn't get me. I was never a fan. Obviously, I wasn't alive during the 60s when the ABC original came on. In the 90s when NBC brought it back to primetime, never watched it. I've heard of it tons of times from people that I know that are like, the fanboys. It definitely has a cult following. So I was like, whatever. I wasn't excited about it. But seeing the film, I mean, I actually had a lot of fun with this movie. And I think Johnny Depp gets tons of love from people, Hollywood Foreign Press Association that, like, nominate him every year for, like, these comedy roles for Golden Globes and whatnot. I think if he gets it this year, I could see why. I mean, like, he's really solid as Barnabas Collins, the vampire, the lead of this film. A huge ensemble cast, Johnny Lee Miller, Michelle Pfeiffer, Chloe Moretz, Jackie Earle Haley's in the film. Eva Green is in the film, who... Wow, like, I'm not super familiar with her. I know she's a Bond girl. I know she was in The Dreamers, a couple films here and there. She is amazing. She is so much fun. If you've ever seen Death Becomes Her, the film,
very good movie.
Very much in tone with that kind of a film. Kind of fun, tongue-in-cheek, gets kind of scary, serious here and there, but overall, just a fun ride. Helena Bonham Carter obviously is in it because it's a fucking Tim Burton movie. Actually, I don't mind her in this. She plays it kind of more straight, a little crazy, but not her normal off-the-wall self. But Dark Shadows, I liked it, man. I'm gonna give it a maybe so, only because I did see it with the lowered expectations.
Right.
A lot of people that I know were really excited for it, that love Depp or love Burton, were let down. So that perspective you need to keep in mind. If you're super fans of either one, proceed with caution. But if you're down for just giving it a shot, I'd check out Dark Shadows. It really surprised me. And man, Eva Green, I don't know. I gotta look into this girl. She's gorgeous. She plays the villain. She's a witch that basically Barnabas Collins like never gave his love to, and she pretty much cursed him for life. And she's lived through through all this time, years and years later, and she still is in this area that Barnabas's family built up to this fishing village. And, she's basically taking this over, and she's the badass of the town now.
I haven't seen her in any of the... I mean, besides Casino Royale.
Yeah, she was in Casino Royale.
It's like it.
She was in...
Camelot? A TV show,
I never
Camelot?
even saw that. I think she was in Kingdom of Heaven, the Ridley Scott film.
Okay.
But, I mean, a lot of people know her from Dreamers. Like, the foreign film came out a few years ago. Very sexually explicit, which I remember seeing and being like, wow. Not rated film. Michael Pitt's in it. But anyway, Dark Shadows in theaters, obviously. I know it wasn't as successful in terms of box office as they were hoping, but I would check it out, man. It was fun.
Man, I'm starting to think that, like, Tim Burton in this society at this time, I don't know if it can work always. Like,
it definitely can't.
It's because creatively, people don't want anything like that. I mean, it's no insult to him. It's just that expectations have been lowered.
I think also this property is a huge, like, passion project for him and Johnny Depp. Like, from what I was reading about it, it's like they want to bring it in and they want to do this film version of it, yada yada yada. But I mean, the way they logically make sense of it is like, oh, vampires, oh, demons, oh, dark, oh, comedy. Tim Burton, like, we can make this work, right? We can fit this into the mold that Tim Burton does. It doesn't always fit.
Not necessarily.
Like, I wouldn't even, this is not a movie that you would say is his top 5, 6, 7 films. I mean, Tim Burton has done some incredible films.
Right. Frankenweenie is one thing that's coming out. I'm looking forward to.
That's like a lot of fun. But Dark Shadows, not in the tops, but I'd say it's worth checking out. Maybe check it out at a matinee or something like that. Yeah. The other movie I want to mention really quickly, which is something that I really liked. Mm-hmm. This is a definitely yes on my maybe scale. Yes, no, maybe no, so. Yes, no, maybe so scale. Is Hysteria. This is a film, came out, or, basically made its debut at Toronto in 2011. It's now in limited release. It started, I think, last week from Sony Classic, so you want to check its website, check Sony's page to see if it's playing near you. It's going to be at an art house cinema, if it is. But it's a period piece taking place in the late 1800s, around the Victorian era. Stars Hugh Dancy, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Rupert Everett, and Felicity Jones, who I'm in love with. If you've seen Like Crazy, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, that one, Ron.
Oh, man.
Like, you made the face. It's that one, my man. That one.
I'm going to have to see this.
This is a film. It's a British comedy drama about the invention of the vibrator. So all the ladies out there that it's made your lives better, you may want to give your due diligence and watch this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's a film director, Tanya Wexler, who she's only made 3 films in her life. The last one was over 10 years ago. Oddly enough, she's like the half-sister of Daryl Hannah. I don't know why I just said that, but I saw it online, and I wanted to just throw that in there so it looks like I did my research. So there you go. But it's really cool because this movie takes on an idea of, a period in time where, the medical field, they were treating women with this condition called hysteria that was, at that point, a truly medical condition that they were calling, and they were diagnosing mostly everything as hysteria. And basically, with methods that... that weren't really medically proven methods. Basically it was masturbation. These women were coming into doctors' offices, with, all this built up anger, and they were like hysterical and, angry all the time. And basically what it was is that they never, what this doctor presumes is that they've never been pleasured, and they've never, truly been able to reach what they called hysterical paroxysm, which is basically an orgasm.
An orgasm, wowzer.
So basically, Hugh Dancy plays Mortimer Granville, who is the real character. This is all based on a true story.
Hugh Dancy, I like him.
Yeah, good, really great performance by him. This is, like I said, watching this, it's like they did such a good job of making it so entertaining. Mm-hmm. These British comedies, man, they just they can be so good sometimes. And about something this true and this kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like risque to talk about, the guy that made the vibrator. 1880s, right? Like, it's weird, right? Like, this doctor is literally manually pleasuring women to help them reach orgasm with his hand. He literally develops carpal tunnel, which is the genesis of creating a vibrator, a mechanical thing that will allow him to continue to do his job. And his friend, who's played by Rupert Everett, is he's a rich playboy. He's a gadget guy.
He was manually pleasuring these women.
Yes. And his right hand literally gets carpal tunnel, which is why he has to leave his practice. And then his friend is working on this cleaning utility. It's like a feather duster. And it runs off of, electricity. And his friend is like, he's rich. He's got all these gadgets. And he stumbles upon it one day. And he starts basically pushing it against his hand because his hand is so sore from the carpal tunnel. And he feels the vibrations and feels how good it feels. So that's what sparks the idea of making this more proper for using on a woman, on her part. And they basically change it around, and that's the genesis of the vibrator. And he is the first guy to patent it. And, a few years later, Hamilton Beach makes it available to retail in like a Sears catalog. It's the 5th device ever made available electronically. Period.
Vibrator.
Right, dude, a vibrator. Right up there with a sewing machine, a fan.
Right.
A toaster oven.
What was it called back then, I wonder?
I think in the movie, I think they call it, oh man, what is it called? Something Molly. Because the first woman that they tried on, her name was Molly, and I can't remember what the term was that they used in the film. It might have been Jolly Molly or something like that, or Lovely Molly, something. But I mean, basically, it's just really cool. It's a fun film to watch. The idea of how they came up with vibrators, which now is like a sex toy,
Right.
That for years went by as being, like known as, you ask yourself, like, it kind of talks about it in the film a little bit, but like all these, they call them personal massagers. Even after this film, in the 1900s, when it became huge in America, personal massagers, but oddly enough, they're all shaped like penises, and now that's the industry that they dominate.
Right.
And it's just really fun to see, like, you think of it now in sex toy, porn industry, all these weird ass things that they have out there, and you take it back to Victorian era, Old English. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Maggie Gyllenhaal is great. Everybody in this movie is really great. Felicity Jones, Jonathan Pryce plays the doctor that Hugh Dancy works with. That is by himself at the beginning of the film. Basically pleasuring these women, and Hugh Dancy takes over for him because he's so old and he can't do it all by himself. Felicity Jones plays his one daughter, who is the prim and proper, the ideal girl of the time, and Maggie Gyllenhaal plays plays Charlotte, who is the do-good. She's the one that's working with charity organizations. She's fighting for women's rights, and she's the one that Hugh Dancy's character falls in love with. So I mean, it's kind of cool to see him working a way to pleasure women when she's working for a way to kind of just get them in line with men and give them the rights that they deserve. But really good movie.
Sounds.
If you gotta find it if you can in a theater near you. It's a definite yes. Watched it with my girlfriend. She loved it. I've heard a lot of positive reviews online about it. It's called Hysteria, not to be confused with the Def Leppard album, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was. I saw it and I was like, is this like a Def Leppard documentary or something?
Nope, vibrators.
Nope, vibrators. And I was like, what? I want to see it even more now.
Right.
And it's great. It's great.
Maggie Gyllenhaal is good at these type of movies.
Well, we talked about The Secretary.
Secretary was wow. Like, she is, man. I was thinking about this as you were talking about it. I think she's one of the best actresses right now. Period.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, man. She's everything I see her in. Well, I don't care what you think about how she looks, because she kind of looks like. Sometimes in certain light, she looks beautiful. Sometimes she looks like I don't know, like an older woman.
I don't know. I think she is really pretty, but I don't know. Like, I have this thing where I look at people and I think like they remind me of animals.
Oh,
like I liken them to an animal.
What animal does she?
I don't know. I feel like she reminds me of some kind of like a puppy, like
I could see
like
that.
like a pug or a Boston Terrier, where sometimes they're adorable, but she has huge eyes and really high cheeks. So I think she reminds me of that like pug look.
Pugs. Her eyes are too sunken in to be a pug.
What about a Boston Terrier?
Okay.
What about French Bulldog?
I see what you're doing now. Yeah.
I'm just going through the whole list.
I see where you're going.
Either way, I love all those dogs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they look goofy, but sometimes they look really cute.
Something about her face. I like her face, though. And she was really good in Cherry Baby, where she was like a struggling woman on drugs. Random BJ Singh made me feel some kind of way. But very good movie.
Yeah. But I mean, Hysteria, she's great in it. And I don't know, it's just I don't know how else to say it. Like, I feel like I'm just like basically raving about this movie. But it's like that film. I talk about Dark Shadows, these movies that I have high expectations for. and I wait to see it, and I just like it.
Yeah.
You know, but movies I don't know anything about, and I go in and just find my way to it, and I see it, I'm just like, oh man, this is so good.
Yeah, it's the best.
Hysteria is one of those films. I loved it.
Stumbling upon a movie like that is just, it's the best feeling, man.
Yeah, and I mean, you have a film that has such great actors in it. I mean, like, I love Rupert Everett. He is hilarious, and he is so funny in this movie, too. So if you're a Rupert Everett fan by chance, I would definitely check it out for sure. Hysteria. It's in select theaters now.
Hysteria.
We're going to wrap this podcast up with a kind of rundown real quick of some films that...
Upcoming movies in June, right?
Yeah, so basically for the next couple months, for the big summer films, the last week of the month when we put out our episode, we're going to kind of just go through and discuss some of the movies that, you know, we're basically looking forward to in that coming month, you know? So we're going to go through June right now since, you know, God, it's only a week away.
Yeah,
Can you believe
close.
that?
So close. So what do we have the first couple?
Well, we'll just go week by week. I'm going to say
the
first week of June, which is, you know, next Friday pretty much. Snow White and the Huntsman comes out.
Snow White and the Huntsman looks...
I think it looks awesome.
Charlize as a villain. Charlize Theron as a villain just looks incredible. I like the idea of her being evil. So
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, same.
And I mean, this is a guilty pleasure of mine, but Piranha 3 Double D.
Oh,
dude, whatever. Shake your head at me. Piranha 3D was so much fun. And if you haven't seen it and you like cheesy 80s B horror camp fun, go see it. This one looks even worse, but they have Double D in the title, okay? It's stupid. David Hasselhoff is in it. Ving Rhames in it with a gun as a leg, okay? That's all you need to know. Go see the movie and just laugh your ass off and realize how dumb it is. That's all. What do we got the following week? Which is probably one of my big ones of June. And this one that I'm still waiting for you to be convinced that you're going to like.
Prometheus. I mean, so I saw Alien. I'm brush up on my Alien culture.
Okay.
Even though it's not supposed to be in the same exact place.
Here's hoping.
It's getting me revved up though, man. It got me revved up. That movie is beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah, it is such a beautiful movie. I mean, and even though there are some like animatronics and some miniatures when it comes to the sets. I think the miniatures work so well, man. It's better than CG. It feels more real. Seeing a camera panning in on a small miniature of a ship versus, I don't know. I'm really anti, and I know that Conti always talks to me about this. I hate it so bad.
How about that? You just give a shout out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Jason Conti.
Hey!
So yeah. I don't like it. So I'm looking forward to seeing, because it looks beautiful. I saw it, the trailer. I've watched the trailer so many times. I saw Avengers twice, and then I saw the trailer in that.
Yeah.
It's just looks like a very.
It's going to be incredible. Movie. Again, Charlize Theron.
Exactly.
Back to back.
June
June must be her month.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, good on her.
Limited release starts the 25th, but it's not going to be here May 25th. Moonrise Kingdom, that's limited release, but it's going to have a wider release sometime in June. That is Wes Anderson's new movie about two kids that fall in love on while in camp and kind of run away, and the adults are pretty much searching for them. It looks quirky, incredible looking. I can't wait for it.
Right on. The following week, I have Rock of Ages, which I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, I forgot Safety Not Guaranteed.
Another little indie film looks really good.
Aubrey Plaza movie. Aubrey Plaza.
And Mark Duplass is in it as well.
Yep.
But yeah, Rock of Ages, another Broadway musical brought to the big screen by Adam Shankman. Tom Cruise is in it, man. Like, I love Tom Cruise. And it's got nothing but rock and roll, hair metal from the 80s. Def Leppard, Joan Jett, Journey, Foreigner, Bon Jovi, Night Ranger. Come on, man. Like, I'm down with all that. It looks cool.
It does look cool.
Alec Baldwin, Marilyn Ackerman, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Bryan Cranston, Paul Giamatti, Russell Brand. I mean, so many cool people. I got to see just for the hell of it. Like, even if it's horrible, I don't think it will be, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise does his own singing, which I think is pretty cool. People don't give a shit. I think it's kind of cool. What can the guy not do? He does his own stunts. He does his own singing. He's a true star.
What can he do? He can't get any taller.
He can't.
He's very short,
can't
man.
get any taller.
That's true.
But that's
all he can. That's the only thing he can't do.
I think you found his one limit.
Right.
I wonder if he knows
He's a shorty.
I don't know. Also, what else we got that week? The new Adam Sandler film comes out that week. That's my boy. Don't care.
Yeah, not really.
Whatever.
June 22nd is going to be a
big weekend.
Big weekend for me.
Yeah, dude.
To Rome of Love, Woody Allen movie. I'm looking forward to this.
Weird.
Right. Didn't like the last one.
Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris.
Up and down, left and right.
This looks like another ode to another city. I'm looking
looks like it.
It looks like it. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Brave. Come on.
Amazing weekend.
Pixar at it again.
Pixar, you're guaranteed. I mean, there's no doubt I'm going to love Brave. Abraham Lincoln is that wild card. It's like, you like, does it look good? It looks good. Yeah, it does. The trailer's solid. The guy did Wanted is directing it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. It's Timur Bekmambetov, something like that. Tim Burton's directing it. Mm-hmm. Not a ton of people that you know in it. Dominic Cooper, Anthony Mackie.
I love Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Benjamin Walker plays Lincoln. Trailers are sick, man. It looks. If Brave is your quality, Pixar, you can rely on that. Mm-hmm. Abraham Lincoln is probably that wild card. You never knew you'd love it kind of movie. Yeah. I think it looks solid, man. It looks fun.
It looks very solid.
And then the last week of June, I mean, G.I. Joe was on that week, and they pushed that back till March of next year, which is insane to me.
Right. I think they should just destroy it.
They claim for 3D post-production rendering. Bullshit. 3D, whatever. I'm not a huge fan.
And also filming new scenes, which is strange.
Yeah, that must mean the movie sucks.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, you're going to give me shit for this, but Magic Mike, whatever. I think it looks really good. I'm a big fan of Soderbergh. Even though he's like weird sometimes. Like, I don't know, I didn't get Haywire, all that shit, but Alex Pettyfer, Channing Tatum, Matthew McConaughey, who I love, Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn's in it. Whoa, I didn't know she was in it.
She's not even the lead girl.
I love Olivia Munn.
The lead girl is, God, what is her name, man? I feel so bad right now that I'm not even mentioning her. I have to look it up and say it later. But, I don't know, Channing Tatum, like, he's on a roll this year.
He is.
The Vow was a hit. 21 Jump Street was a surprise hit, and we both loved it.
Right.
This trailer is great. I don't know what you're giving me shit about. Have you seen the trailer for Magic Mike?
I saw the trailer.
Do you just have a thing about men taking their clothes off?
Yeah. But I do like. For shame.
Yeah.
For shame.
I don't know, man. Magic Mike looks solid. I mean, it looks like a good Soderbergh film.
It looks pretty.
Obviously, it's geared towards women. Tons of good-looking dudes taking their shirts off.
Oh, but Ted.
Yeah, I mean, and then the last one we have is Ted. I mean, I think, is there something going on with the release date for that movie?
Yeah, they're screwing around with it.
Like it might get moved or something like that.
It says July 13th on here now.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be the end of the month. It might be moved to July, so we might hold our breath on that.
Uncertain.
A lot of really good movies in June. This summer is just starting, so I hope you're in for the long haul like we are. We're going to be talking about a shit ton of movies.
Absolutely. Be rating a lot of movies. I think with the next huge one, obviously, is going to be Prometheus.
Right.
We're looking forward to at least rating it. I don't know. So, we'll see.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's going to conclude the episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I know we keep talking about working on this new website. We're going to have it going hopefully in the next few weeks.
It's coming.
It's coming. You got to wait for these things.
Right.
It's going to be fun, though. It's going to look much better than it does now. And it's going to be worth the wait.
Very easy to access everything.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. That takes time.
Yeah. Patience as well.
Patience.
Which I'm running out of. But, I'm sorry. But basically, you always have the existing, the moviesmovie.net, the Gmail. If you want to hit us up, moviesmovie@gmail.com. The Pinterest has been doing really well. We try to post as much there as we do on our site because it seems like everybody and their mother, or at least every mother and some of their kids are on Pinterest. I don't know. I think we have a lot of moms listening.
A lot of them, man.
But yeah, we'll hit us up on there. And I don't know. Until next time, thank you guys so much for listening. And you've made our day.
Thank you.